The New Orleans Saints make a comeback to tie Jacksonville. 17-all. 17-17 was the final score. I thought maybe the Saints would get a chance at the last-second field goal. Looked like maybe after the interception, a foot went out of bounds with 1 second. But it's the preseason. It ends in a tie, and it's more about how did you perform. And so we're going to be looking at the quarterback position right from the top. Only 2 played, so no Jake Haener. No Jake Haener in this game. It was Spencer Rattler. It was Tyler Shough. Tyler Shough gets the start. He is 9 of 12, 66 yards, 5.5 yards per attempt. No touchdowns, no interceptions, takes 2 sacks. Spencer Rattler, 18 of 24, 199 yards, 8.3 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, no sacks. Quarterback rating of 95.7. Now, I certainly want to break down the interception, and I can't wait to get Flynn's thoughts on it because just from my experience, that is a play that Spencer Rattler will take some of the heat, but it certainly is not all on Spencer Rattler, and we'll kind of break down the play design and what the receiver didn't do in that play a little bit later on. But I wrote in the group chat yesterday, I am ready to call Spencer Rattler QB1 for me, from my own vantage point. It is a team that is going to be off schedule all year long. Spencer Rattler is a better quarterback off schedule than Tyler Shough. I'm not saying Tyler Shough can't end up being eventually a starter in the NFL. It might be with the New Orleans Saints. Hell, it might be games this year. I don't know that. But in a team that is going to be off schedule between issues in the interior of your offensive line at the guard position. Who knows what the receiver position's going to look like after a couple of games? What's the health going to look like? And Spencer Rattler has lived in chaotic energy before. He did it at South Carolina. There was sometimes in the first preseason game he had to do it. And I just think that he is better suited for where the Saints are right now. I thought there was times yesterday that he showed he's a starting quarterback in the NFL. So Tyler Shough might end up eventually taking that over if the situation is a little bit different. But for a team that I think is going to be off schedule all season long, I think Spencer Rattler is the best case scenario for that.
Well, tell me, Jake, why are we going to be off schedule?
Because you don't have great protection up front, because your health of your receivers hasn't been great, and you've had to throw to guys that nobody knows who they are unless you cover the New Orleans Saints or you're a fan of the New Orleans Saints. I think it's going to be kind of chaotic. I don't think it's going to be, hey, we're going to line up, we're going to be an 11 personnel, we're going to always have those 2 receivers over there, this receiver over here, this tight end here, this running back next to me, these 5 offensive linemen in front of me. I don't think that's ever going to be the scenario for the Saints. And they have immediate pressure multiple times from the interior of their offensive line. And so when I see that, okay, which one of these quarterbacks, and it's not fair to either one of them, but it is the case, which one of them can find that small little window, step up, step out, roll out, whatever, and make a play? I think Spencer Rattler does that much better than Tyler Shough.
Yeah, the offensive line play obviously has not been great through the first 2 games. Spencer Rattler has not once looked not in control of his decision, not in control of his body, his movement, his whether he's scrambling, all the chaos around him. Like you said, I mean, he's through college, like he dealt with the fire all around him. So like he's never looked out of control. Now let me say this: I think both quarterbacks have played really well. Both games. If you take to me, I look at both games, and they both played about. The game ebbed and flowed equally in both games, right? So Tyler Shough in the second game got the start, didn't really do anything wrong, like completed the passes he was supposed to, made some really good throws, made some decisions, looked comfortable, a lot like Spencer Rattler did in the first game.
Yeah.
And we talked about like how it's a little bit hard rock mining at the beginning of a preseason game. And then in the first game, Tyler Shough comes in, has better stats, looks a little bit better, has like these ooh and ah moments that are a little bit different. Spencer had the same thing. because they get more opportunities. They get more opportunities to kind of open it up, air it out down the field. You get opportunities in a 2-minute drive situations, which is, if you can get a lot of completions and get some yardage, it helps the stats and it helps you look better, feel better. So to me, like if I compare just the overall like stats and the flow of the game, pretty similar, which is very positive. Like I said it after the first game, quarterback is not going to be the issue for this football team in 2025. They both, I think from a Saints fan perspective, I think overall it's been really positive at the quarterback position. I'm not going to say they're all pro guys or a top 10, 15 quarterback in the league, but it's been really positive for that being like the biggest question mark that we have on a team. Where I think Spencer Rattler has looked to me like he's separated himself is that comfortability in the pocket, in that the movement, being able to move within the pocket, scramble, make positive plays out of a negative looking situation. So it's going to have to be that you do, like you said, we are going to have to play off schedule this year. You have to expect pass protection breakdowns each and every game.
Which is so unfair to like Tyler Shough in this competition right now. But it's wild to say that, because I agree with you. Like there's been a lot of good. Like, isn't it wild to say that? Like I'm probably going to go with Spencer just because I don't think that the protection in front of him. Again, the tackles have been good. It's the interior.
To me that's the separating factor.
Right.
I think Rattler with at least a little bit more experience. I think both of them have proven to be good in the pocket. Like they both throw a beautiful ball.
Yeah.
Like they both have really good arm talent, hand talent. Like it just they spin it real well. I can't say that I think Tyler Shough's like better than Rattler in the pocket. I think they're both been playing really good. They've completed the passes they've needed to. They've both gone through their progressions. They've got 1, 2, 3. They've hit checkdowns. They've hit passes down the field. They've done what you ask a quarterback to do within a system.
Yeah.
Now, the big plays, the big sexy plays, like the things, the completing a pass on a 3rd and 4th down, a game-tying touchdown, or whatever it is, like those are the things that separate doing the right things and being good to being like, okay, this could be a dude. Yeah. And you won't really know that until you get into the live bullets, week 1, week 2, week 3, and you see who can make those plays. But you have to make a decision at some point, and that decision's coming really quick.
Yeah.
You got 1 game left. I think, obviously, the Jake Haener experiment is over.
Those wasted days. I
won't
get over those wasted days. But.
And you know what? They're not wasted if one of these guys struggled.
Yeah.
But they haven't. Which is good. Like, and again, like from a Saints fan perspective, both of the quarterbacks have played the position well. Yeah. Like they've been coached to do. They've played within the system. They haven't done anything crazy. They both in there, both the guys when they came in second, hit a deep pass.
Yeah.
They had a high completion rate. They hit a deep pass and they both threw an interception. Now I would say that I give both of them a lot of leeway on each of those interceptions. Interceptions are going to happen. You don't want to see it, especially like when it's quarterback tight competition for the starting, everything is overanalyzed. You're like, oh boy, is that the nail in the coffin there? Or he completes a pass. Did he just win it right there?
I mean, like you talked about, because so many people see that and they're like, all in their mind, it's just like interception. That's all you think. But you were breaking it down last week. Like the one that Tyler Shough threw, based off that coverage, that corner should never be able to make that play. The corner had a great individual effort and took a chance.
Great play.
And he went and made a play, dove, caught the ball, ran it back for a touchdown. In this one for Spencer Rattler, right, it was a concept they kind of ran a couple of times before, and it got them in the last time. I think they went back to the well one too many times. And then also, like if you're the quarterback, you want the receiver to be way flatter than he actually was and come across the DB's face. The DB where he was would never make that interception if the receiver, within the concept, came straight down the line across the DB's face and at least broke it up. And you could tell Spencer handled that actually really well, because I watched it and I was like, ooh, that's on the receiver. That's not on the QB.
Yep.
His body language stayed good. You could tell like he was having a conversation with the receiver, but it never got to a point where he was showing up, because I'm sitting there thinking like, oh, man, Flynn would have been MFing me.
No doubt. But in a quarterback competition, you do kind of have to like body language is a big thing.
Yeah, it is.
Especially when you're trying to like be a leader of a group. Like you can't show, like we always talk about body language. Everything shows up on tape. Like we call it BBL, bad body language.
Yep. Jay Cutler level is always like the highest standard of the BBL.
Oh,
so when I say cut level, I say it to I used to say it last year to my fifth grade flag football team.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, dude, your body language right now, your cut levels, you got to get it up.
His body language was looked like he was like the equivalent of a used baby diaper. Like it was awful. Disgusting body language. But yeah, everything matters in that competition. But the interception that Shough threw, it's a timing throw. Like you throw it before the guy makes his break, and that's like from high school on, like everybody has timing throws. So I give him a lot of leeway on that interception. Yeah, sure, you'd like for him to be able with his peripherals like sense that the guy is sitting, but it's like a 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you hit your back foot, you make the throw. The guy made a great play.
He did.
Like,
I mean,
it's one of those
full
plays.
Extension dive. Yeah,
it's one of those plays like you go and you look on the sideline like, all right, next time we're gonna hit him with a double move, like, and we got him.
Yeah.
And then Rattlers yesterday. It's on the receiver. I mean, again. You'd like for a 6th sense to kick in, and maybe you throw it at the feet or something. Yeah. But it's one of those especially in the red zone. Everything in the red zone happens faster. The windows are tighter, so you have to be a little bit quicker with your decision making. You have to let it rip. You have to trust a lot. You have to trust your receivers in the red zone a lot that they are going to ultimately protect the football no matter what. Even if they don't catch it, even if you don't score, they're going to protect the quarterback, to protect the throw, knowing that the quarterback does have to get it out of his hand like a split second faster in the red zone because everything is in it. It's a lot. Everything's tighter. Like the window's tighter, the field is tighter. You have to throw it. You have to throw it quickly with more anticipation. And he's got to get flat. And I think Spencer handled the interview afterwards, after the game well too. He said, "Look, we had a little bit of miscommunication," which tells me that he wasn't 100% sure what the play was potentially when he ran it, and it just things were going fast. Game time, a lot to learn from that. Yeah. But I mean, those are 2 interceptions. I'm like, all right, that goes on the quarterback, fine. I give it past the Shough because it was a timing throw preseason. Like, okay, learn from that. You'll learn how to read a player's momentum, how flat foot if he's sitting on it with your peripherals a little bit more. But the coaching points for the Rattler throw, it is going to be in the wide receiver room. That's going to be the main coaching there.
And I think it was our guy who had a hell of a game, Mason Tipton.
Yeah, it was, dude. Did he make the roster?
For sure. He is for sure on the roster. I mean, shout out to Mason Tipton from Yale, in case you hadn't heard on the broadcast.